Sunday was ugly.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Windy.
That's the whole problem. We didn't care for it one bit.
Yeah, but the dust has settled. Thankfully, calmer and cooler weather, but because of the strong winds and the low humidity, yeah, we had some local wildfires, not only in the Four Corners, but in parts of the Rio Grande Valley. The Otero fire in Socorro, mostly contained now, but around 200 acres burned. And we can see this from yesterday, thanks to Dave Pierce, of the smoke plume going to the northeast. This was just past 7 o'clock yesterday, so you could see the shadow of the smoke along the horizon there. So yeah, fire weather was something that we saw yesterday. It's very dry and very windy and a bit calmer and cooler for most of New Mexico this morning, but just still breezy enough with the low humidity. There still is that fire potential today, not only in the Northeast Highlands and the San Luis Valley, but down toward the Southeast Highlands as well. Something we'll keep an eye on. Yeah, those winds were very strong yesterday. Places like Ruidoso, a 78-mile-per-hour wind gust, Artesia, a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, as well as the TRC, and widespread 50-plus-mile-per-hour wind gusts throughout much of New Mexico. Albuquerque, 40-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts yesterday, and much lighter sustained winds right now at 5 miles per hour. Mostly westerly winds pushing the cooler and drier air in. More of a west-southwesterly wind there in Clayton at 12 miles per hour for now. A 15-mile-per-hour westerly wind in Carlsbad. You can see that cold front, the blues and the yellows and oranges separated, is symbolized in that cold front. Meanwhile, it's 45 in Las Vegas. It's 73 right now in Carlsbad, 61 Roswell. We're sitting at 39 right now in Taos, and we're sitting at 25 in Durango. So an amalgamation of temperatures. Santa Fe 40, 51, and dropping in Albuquerque 49, and Deming pretty chilly in southwest New Mexico, but still dry and very mild in southeast New Mexico. Looking at Albuquerque right now, good visibility. The dust has settled and temperatures are dropping. 51 at the Sunport. We're sitting at 43 Los Lunas, 45 Rio Rancho, 46 in Bernalillo. These temperatures for now around normal, may drop below normal for this time of the morning, and clear skies. Satellite and radar showcasing the rain and snow that fell in parts of the northern mountains yesterday. Clear conditions now from what we saw. And you see the upper low starting to move far to the south and east in the Pacific Northwest. That will actually impact us later in the week in the form of moisture. But for today, dry and not as warm. Now, still very warm in southeast New Mexico. Carlsbad may be one of the only areas reaching close to, if not even, around 90 degrees. 80s in Roswell and Hobbs, 70s in Tucumcari, 60s in Las Vegas, high 50s and low 60s in Durango, and places like Albuquerque in between in the lower 70s for this time of the year. Temperatures maybe a smidge below normal. Very sunny at 72 degrees. Not as warm, not as windy, but still dry out there. Now, tracking the winds, they will be more from the south and west, not as strong from Deming all the way through Clayton. Some areas may experience 50-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts, especially in the Sierra Blanca range, but generally, again, not as windy as yesterday, but still windy enough that we'll have to watch out for that fire threat. Then the backdoor front moves on through tonight to tomorrow morning. East Canyon winds will pick up in Albuquerque, locally more than 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That'll be bringing in gradually more low-level moisture, more of an easterly wind tomorrow, especially out east, more of a southwesterly wind still from Deming toward Alamogordo, and in between, where those winds will converge, that's where thunderstorms may start to form tomorrow. Maybe a couple sprinkles today in southeast New Mexico, but generally some passing clouds and drier elsewhere. Now tonight to tomorrow morning, again, we'll see some of those low-level clouds and moisture moving into western New Mexico, especially out east. With that upper low moving on in, some sporadic rain showers, even rumbles of thunder in the northern mountain communities, even some grapple and wet snow mixing in the higher elevations. Durango and Farmington, places will be mostly dry in western New Mexico ahead, but we'll see more moisture and eventually some thunderstorms, especially by the end of the week into the weekend. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s for overnight lows, including Pagosa Springs, Farmington, Grants, and Gallup. Highs in the high 50s, 60s, and low 70s from the San Juan Mountain communities down toward the Four Corners. Camado 60s, Deming low 80s, the TRC 70s, Socorro. Thankfully, lighter winds, so I think with that fire being mostly contained, I think we will be seeing more of those efforts coming into fruition, so certainly good news on that front. Just a little bit breezy out there. Cloudcroft 50s, Ruidoso 60s, Artesia 80s, and Carlsbad 90s, so widely varying temperatures today. Still breezy in southeast New Mexico. And Tucumcari near 80, Conchas 70s, and Mora in the 60s. We'll have to watch out for more moisture later tonight to tomorrow morning. Angel Fire 50s today, Espanola near 70s, Santa Fe 60s. Better rain chances by the end of the week. Moriarty, Cedar Crest to from the north to south valley of Albuquerque. Temperatures will be generally near, if not even slightly below normal or average highs, 73, 72 today. East Canyon winds tomorrow, not those westerly winds, and then we'll start to see those temperatures rise and then start to fall, even Friday with a chance of rain. So not too bad of a weather forecast, not as much dust in the forecast as well.
Tell you what, there's nothing like wearing shorts when you're trying to, seek relief from the heat. But when your legs get pelted with sand at the gas station.
Oh, it's painful.
It is.
It hurts. Yeah.
Especially when you swallow that dust too.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, I got a little extra iron in us over the weekend, so we just ingest a little land of enchantment. That's all it is. But,
thankfully calmer, for at least for the short term.
that's what counts.
Right.
All right, thanks a lot, Ryan.